listening to a bonus episode of the Immortal Icons of Dance podcast. I'm your host, Lauren Johnson. This week we have a rare treat. An opportunity to listen to a previously unheard and unreleased interview where Madame Danilova answers biographical questions about her own life. This interview was conducted in 1982 by Jennifer Fuchs, a 12-year-old student at the School of American Ballet who interviewed Madame for a school project. Jennifer went on to join the New York City Ballet in 1989 and performed as a demi-soloist and soloist in many ballets, including The Sleeping Beauty, The Nutcracker, The Four Temperaments, and Vienna Waltzes. Jennifer can be seen as a marzipan in the film version of George Balanchine's The Nutcracker. Jennifer retired in 1995 and has taught ballet at many schools since then. Jennifer sat down with me to share this special audio-recorded interview and is now allowing it to be published in our episode today so that everyone can enjoy it. Thank you, Jennifer. Because this audio is over 40 years old, and because Madame has a thick Russian accent, you may have some difficulty understanding. For your convenience, I've included a version on YouTube that has closed captioning so that you can understand everything that Madame is saying.
On April 13th, 1982, at the School of American Ballet in Lincoln Center at 10 minutes after 1. Okay, first. Where were you born?
I was born in Peterborough. That's a summer resort, used to be a summer resort of imperial family. And Peterhof was known for its beautiful waterfalls, fountains.
Is that in Russia?
Yes, that's in Russia.
Okay. What age did you start to dance?
I started to dance at 8.5. I was accepted in theatrical, then it used to call theatrical street, a theatrical school.
Why did you want to dance? Like, what made you want to dance?
That's very interesting. Well, I have to go back. When I was about 7 years old, I was in a preparatory school before we accepted in the school that we used to call gymnasia, which has nothing to do with gymnasium.
No.
It's like high school, only once you enter, you stay there until you finish the school. So they take pupils at 8. So before that, they have preparatory 2 years or 1 year where they teach you alphabet and a little bit mathematics, and that you know how to read already. So when you're accepted in the school, you already know your 2 and 2 is 4, and you know how to read. That's it. And know your alphabet, how to write. And during the Christmas we had the annual performance, and in the school, and I was chosen, it was a garden, and I was chosen to be butterfly. So I flew, very successful, and everybody said, oh, what a graceful child, and then I spent hours after that opposite the mirror doing all kind of movement, and drove my aunt and governess crazy because I didn't want to do anything. So finally I went on my toes without seeing ever ballet, so she decided that I have a call to be a dancer. Excuse me. And then he said, you will be second Pavlova. And she said, would you like to go to theatrical school? Without knowing what it is, I said yes. And that's how I started that.
And What age did you come to the United States?
What I used to do?
No, what age did you come to the United States?
What age? I've been in the United States. I come. Let me see. I come probably. I was about 30, I think.
And when you came to the United States, did you just come for dancing purposes? Was that the
Yes, I was a member of Ballet de Monte Carlo. I was their ballerina, one of the ballerina. And that's how I come to America, yes, with Mr. Hugh. He was famous American impresario.
Sol?
Sol Europe, yes. So we start in Monte Carlo, and we used to go Paris, London, France, Belgium. So we performed in Paris. He saw our ballet, invited us to come to America.
Do you think that it's easier to become a dancer in the United States or in Russia?
I think in Russia, because I think I mean, now it's changed, and American public is open to the ballet. But when I came in, it wasn't open at all. In Russia, it was always open, and I think they have about 100 opera houses, so you have more places to go. I don't think we have in America yet 100 opera houses. No, even not 100 companies, but we have every year, we have good companies, now, Chicago, San Francisco, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Los Angeles had ballet, now Oklahoma City, Houston, Dallas, I already count 8. And, all the regional ballet every 3 years are better in New Orleans. So, but 100 I can't yet. We'll try to do that. You will try. As a young dancer.
Like, when you stopped dancing, did you start immediately to teach after that?
Yes, I taught before. I always was very much interested in teaching. When I was dancing, I used to talk about teaching with my teachers. I was very lucky. As I was traveling, I had the opportunity to study with all best teachers in the world. And with each one I was talking, with each one I was working, and from each one I took the best, I think.
And where did you teach? Did you come right here?
Well, I taught occasionally in the Ballet de Monte Carlo, and then occasionally, people would ask. There were conventions that I was invited, but that was terrible headache, really, because they're teachers. They're not pupils, and it was very difficult. And then, studios, wherever I danced, if it was studio, we forgot Boston ballet. In Boston, I taught a couple of times for Miss Williams, who organized the ballet. In California, I remember Madame Nijinsky went away, asked me to take over studio for 1 week. So I was occasionally, And then finally, Mr. B invited me here.
Okay. Now, Mr. Balanchine, did you know him in Russia? Or?
Yes, we've been in school together. We're schoolmates. You see, that's why we are in a way very close, because we know each other since we are 10 years old.
That was a good question.
She has a very good question. Very clever, good girl.
Okay, and this is the last question. Do you feel more rewarded from dancing or from teaching?
That is a very good question. I think its reward come from both, because when you dance, you have satisfaction personal, with your success or with creating a part, and just performing. It's very, if you are a dedicated dancer, it's very, very rewarding, but it's very personal. Now, when you teach, sometimes it's hard, but reward come only in seeing what your pupil did. The other reward, you don't have it, because nobody tell you, oh, how good you are, or because if you wouldn't be good, you wouldn't be here. But you must also know, if you will be bad, you can be kicked out. And this I am always telling myself, because teaching, you have to be very much avant-garde. Go and see what is going, open your eyes and ears and accept and see it, because how do we know what we do the best? By comparing. So I have to go and see what the new ballet master do, what did they want, what is lacking when the pupils dance. It's very rewarding, but it's also personal, because some teachers suffer from nobody tells them how good they are. It's I think it's probably human nature.
So you, in other words, you have to have a lot of self-confidence to be able to go into a classroom and teach a bunch of students, and they won't say a word about you. That's what you're saying, right?
Well,
essence,
I mean,
they're not telling you, but you will be able to know how they learned by
Later.
you watching them later on.
Yes, by comparing, because and go to the audience, see them making, and say, well, I remember when I taught her. That's the only reward. But sometimes, the pupils just look at you, not very complimentary. If you give sometimes difficult things, they think they can't do it. They think it's your fault. She's boogie woman giving us such a difficult woman. Sometimes I say, I'm not a boogie woman, just to you, but it's good for your back or your jump or your... But I always have a lot of fun when I teach. Not too serious very, but also a little bit of fun too.
Okay, thank you very much.
Well, I think your interview was very good questions.
Thank you.
Did you make them yourself, wrote the questions?
Well, I had a little help from my sister,
Ah,
but I made most of them. Thank you.
good.
But my sister
And
helped
your
me.
sister, what? She's also dancer, wants to be
No, she wants to be an artist.
a painter?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
advertising.
Yes, you have to pay.
Yes.
Yes.
So she helped.
Miss Tumi asked, what is your, I don't know, what is your name?
Oh, Jennifer.
Jennifer what?
Fuchs.
Fuchs?
Fuchs.
Fuchs. What is that Finnish? Fuchs.
No, I think it's German.
Fuchs. German.
I know what, my family came from Russia.
But we are from Russia.
Yeah.
Well, it's look like it's Lithuanian. Or
Fuchs? I don't know. Could be Hungarian. I'm not exactly sure. But I know that my family came from Russia.
What part of
I wish I knew. My great grandmother came from Russia, and my on my mother's side, my
And you don't know what
I don't know. I would have to call my father, who lives in Florida, to find out what towns they came from.
Yes,
And I
it's
will do that
interesting.
next time I speak
Because
with him.
it's different
The-
coloring,
It-
character.
Yes, it's white. They said it was from White Russia.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I have no
you
idea.
said, you know White Russia, why they used to call White
No.
Russia? Oh, you see, you are not interested in your mother country. Because it was birches, the tree. You know the birches.
trees.
Yes,
And they're
birch
white.
tree is white.
Oh,
And it's all forest.
yes.
It's all white with
That's-
green leaves. It's very beautiful.
And did it grow?
And then they have peasants also wear to the coat, and the fur inside is white sheep.
Isn't that fascinating?
Yes, and this you see how fascinating it is.
Yes.
And then this country also had the bison, the bulls.
Yeah.
What you call them?
Bison.
Bison.
Yeah. Bison.
That's
Bison.
the one country that has that. So you are learning. It's interesting
Yes.
where
yes.
you can, that's what. And then they had also special grass that is sort of perfumed, and they put in vodka.
Vodka in
From
the
that
grass.
country, yes,
Mhm.
because the grass has special taste. I forgot now how it is. Zubrovka, yes, they call it Zubrovka, and that is that little grass they put, and it gives special taste. Now you see.
Look, I learned something too.
Yes. How old are you?
I'm 13.
I'm 13. So now you are not anymore a little girl, little baby, and not yet teenager.
Well,
Not yet, exactly. Have to wait 2 years, yes? 15.
is that what you consider a teenager? 15?
My aunt always said, wait till 16. When you are 16, you can do what you want, but before that, you do what I tell you.
That's right.
Does mother say so?
Yes, mother says that. I tell her wait till she's 18.
18.
Mm-hmm.
But appetite here are different from ours.
Yes. Well, but as long as she keeps dancing, because it's very healthy for the mind and the body.
Yes, it's wonderful, I think,
Yes.
if you really love it and you like to dance.
She loves
Yes.
it.
Good. And it gives you independence, and God knows what happened. You see, like I was a dancer, I don't speak, I speak with my movement. I
Right.
landed in America, it's international art.
Do you teach B1?
Yes,
Oh.
B1 and B2. Next year, are you children
I
fine?
hope we'll. No, I'm in A2 for
H2.
second year. So I
Uh-huh.
take the toe class with children's fund. So next year I go into B1.
Yes, then you will help me.
I think she's looking forward to having you.
Good. I'm looking forward to teach you. It's an interesting class. It's called B1 workshop class. Because we do exercise, and then I teach you, the little dances.
Variations.
Yes, little
Yes.
numbers that I did when I was in school. And so I teach. And we do polonaise and, know how to behave on the stage.
Mhm.
Some numbers are nice, some numbers people don't like.
It's an individual matter. I love the ballet, and anything anybody does, I love. And
My B1 class is very good. They improve very much. They also, from little girl become teenagers. So one day they are very good, the other day they are not so good.
that's how they are.
Yes?
Yes.
I wonder, you have such a long nails. How can you do the work?
We have rubber gloves.
Yeah?
Yes.
Dangerous woman your
I
mother is. With her clothes.
No.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
You are most welcome. I had a good time.
I hope I get a good mark on my report.
I do too.
Be sure to listen to our main interview this week with John Clifford, where he reminisces about his friendship with Madame Danilova. The Immortal Icons of Dance podcast is written, produced, and edited by me, Lauren Johnson. Our music is written by Shelby Rassler of Jenkins and Rassler. Technical support is generously provided by Libby Lessenhop.